So, believe it or not, it has been about a month and a half since the reveal of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond at the most recent Nintendo Direct, which means we are now very much officially playing the waiting game. And of course, by waiting game, what I really mean is we're now waiting for the next piece of information, the next update from Nintendo, the next trailer, the next footage, more gameplay, a better look at Samus, an idea of a release date or a release window, or, hey, fingers crossed, confirmation of a cross-generation or next-generation release of the game as well. This is the time where now we have to sit and continue to wait. We had to wait 7 years just to frickin' see the game and get an official title. Now we have to wait for the next time we hear anything else from Nintendo about it. Of course, over the past several weeks since the game was revealed, I have made many videos about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond because when it comes to gaming right now, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty much the only thing I truly care about. Yes, there are other games and titles that I'm looking forward to. 2024 for me and my tastes has been pretty slow, I'm going to admit. I don't mind that, but it just factually has been slow. Again, only speaking for my tastes. And I'm somebody who plays on the Switch, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X, and still, I've had very little to play this year. There's been a couple of bright spots. Prince of Persia is easily the best game I've played so far this year, but really there hasn't been a whole lot for me just yet. But luckily, there are still some really exciting games that are kind of creeping up around the corner. The big one for me is Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I am also looking forward to Star Wars Outlaws, even though I don't love Ubisoft's business model around it. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I think that game looks great, so I've decided that I am currently going to give it a shot, so I am excited for that. But outside of that and the Silent Hill 2 remake in October, the next big one coming up for me is the only other Nintendo game I'm interested in this year, which is Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And I think the game looks fantastic. I had my little honeymoon period where I had to consider, do I like the tri-rod mechanic over just having a sword and shield, or do I not? And I've settled on, yes, I very much do like it. I'm stoked to play as Zelda, so I cannot wait for Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Again, alongside games like Silent Hill 2 Remake and Star Wars Outlaws, Indiana Jones, if that actually sticks to this year as well. So the back half of the year is about to start picking up for myself and my gaming life, which I can't wait. But outside of those, still, nothing is really making me lose my mind like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond because I'm a Metroid guy. You guys know that. It's like the reason I basically have my channel anymore is to be excited about Metroid because it's my favorite series, and I know this game is going to blow us away. Which brings us back to the main question and point of this video, the fact that we're living in this painful wait for the next update about the game. And so that, of course, brings us to the main question here, which is when will we actually get the next update about Metroid Prime 4? Again, whether it's just like a verbal update or an acknowledgement in a Nintendo Direct or an investor's briefing, or if it's the next trailer or gameplay footage or any of that. And, there's a case to be made for seeing it one more time before 2024 ends. There's a case to be made for Nintendo waiting until we hit 2025 before they show us or give us a new update about the game. I, ever the optimist, and of course, being an optimist means you have a great chance of being wrong. But for me, ever the optimist, I do think we're going to hear about the game at least one more time in 2024 before the year is over. Okay, let's take a step back. I will remind you guys that I'm also someone who still believes we will get that official reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 or next-gen console also in 2024. And because of that, and my belief that Metroid Prime 4 is also tied to the reveal of the Switch 2, a next-gen version, I should say, that's why I think before the year is over, we're going to get a reveal of the Switch 2, and along with that, we're going to get more information and gameplay footage and confirmation of release dates and versions of Metroid Prime 4 alongside of all of that. I think, even though they might wait until 2025, my current prediction, based on nothing more than my gut feeling as a Nintendo fan, a game fan, and most importantly, a Metroid fan, I feel like it still will happen this year in 2024. Now, could they reveal the Switch 2, but also not talk about Metroid Prime 4 in that reveal? Yes, that is also an option on the table. I don't really predict that that's what they're going to do, but it certainly might happen. And so let's say that Nintendo is going to reveal officially the Switch 2, like, we'll just say September. I'm just going to pick a random date. September, maybe October. we're going to get a trailer, we're going to get like a short little 10 or 15 minute direct presentation. Maybe they even confirm a stage show before the end of the year. I don't really think they would, but you never know. So let's say in September or October, Nintendo is going to reveal the Switch 2. We all expect that alongside of that, we're going to get some sort of Metroid Prime 4 information as well, because we all think that game will come to the Switch 2 also. But if they don't talk about Metroid Prime 4 during the Switch 2 reveal, if that does happen again in September or October, I still think that after the Switch 2 reveal, we'll get the next main direct that will hopefully then be focused on all things Nintendo, both the current Switch and the Switch 2, and start to give us some of those goods. And maybe in that follow-up direct, if they didn't touch on Metroid Prime 4 during the Switch 2 reveal, they almost for sure would talk about it at that next direct after the Switch 2 has been revealed. Again, all speculation and guessing on my part, but I feel pretty good about that. I will also say, even if none of that happens in 2024, I would also still expect that same general cadence of information to even work in 2025. Where they have a Switch 2 reveal in 2025. Maybe there's Metroid Prime 4 there. Maybe there's not Metroid Prime 4. If there isn't, then I think Prime 4 will then just show up in the next direct that would happen after the Switch 2 reveal. So whether it's this year or next year, that's kind of how I think they're going to structure things. I'm still ultimately placing my money on seeing Metroid Prime 4 alongside of the Switch 2 reveal. I think it's why the initial reveal trailer last month during that Nintendo Direct featured 40, 60 seconds or whatever of actual gameplay, and why it was very awkwardly cut together. They just wanted to be like, here's a taste of Metroid Prime 4. But the next time we show it to you, again, per my prediction, alongside of a Switch 2, we're going to show you a 2.5-minute trailer. It's going to have a ton of gameplay footage. Hopefully it's going to be the beefed up Switch 2 version that we all hope exists. And I just feel like that's what they're going to have to do. But of course, we have to start factoring in other questions, which is, how much information would they even give us in the next reveal of Metroid Prime 4? Are they going to give us the official date? Are they going to confirm Switch 2? Are they going to give us more gameplay? Will they show us the better graphics of the Switch 2 version, if in fact that exists? All of these things are definitely important. Not to mention, is the game even close enough to completion that they can give us a firm release date? I made a video about this, and it was semi-divisive amongst some people, which I don't really understand why. But it was discussing the fact that Nintendo presented Metroid Prime 4 Beyond to us with only a year of 2025, and they said that we're waiting to show you more. I don't remember the verbiage. I featured it all in that video, but they basically used that typical Nintendo verbiage that made it sound like they're shooting for 2025, but they're not yet comfortable confirming 2025, something that we saw happen with both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And that happens every once in a while with some Nintendo games. And so I just touched on the idea for the sake of conversation. Is this a hint that we don't know that the game is going to be ready for 2025? That was all I was asking. The only question and conversation I was having in that video was about that. I still think that we can trust 2025, but because we don't yet know, that's another element to consider whenever we're going to see the next footage of this game. Let's say for the sake of, I don't want to say for the sake of argument, because I don't believe this, but let's explore the world where Prime 4 is still far enough away that it might switch into 2026. Maybe they only gave us a small taste of the game because that's all they really felt comfortable showing because the game is far away. Well, if the game is not actually going to launch until 2026, and Nintendo already knows that but is not yet telling us that, then it might be a long time before we see Prime 4 again, as in next summer or even next holiday. I will remind you, I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I want to believe in 2025, but considering we don't yet know, I just want to put that out there. At the end of the day, they made us wait so long for information about Metroid Prime 4. They made us wait 7 years for gameplay, for footage, for a trailer, for a title, for even the release year of 2025 that they gave us. We went through the emotional roller coaster of the game getting scrapped and rebooted under Retro Studios less than 2 years after the game was first announced, and it was silent for so long that I just have to believe in my heart of hearts, even though I think it's smart for us to be prepared for a surprise where the game does slip into 2026. I think that at the end of the day, they only revealed it when they did last month because they know the game is finally in a state where they can show it to us because they know it's not that far away. Does it tie into the Switch 2? I certainly believe that it will, but we still don't have that confirmation. They finally pulled the veil off after 7 years. I have to imagine before the end of the year, we're going to get the next update. I think we're going to see another trailer, and I think we're going to get the official release date before the end of the year. And I'm hoping that also comes with a confirmation of a Switch 2 version. Or, I mean, let's be real about it. They could also confirm that there won't be a Switch 2 version. You know, I expect there to be one, but at the end of the day, whatever platform or platforms the game is meant to come on, I really hope that they tell us the next time they talk about this game and show it to us. Tell us, yes, it's cross-gen, or tell us definitively, no, it isn't, and you can only play this on the current Switch. The last point I'll leave you with is kind of doubling down on this kind of thesis statement I've mentioned several times in this video, which is that I don't think that we're going to have to wait until 2025 to see this game again. Could be wrong, you know. I only make predictions. I'm not someone who tries to start leaks and rumors, and I don't try to tell you what to believe. That's not how I present my videos and my conversations. You guys know that. But my gut feeling tells me that we're going to see the game again in 2024. There's still, I mean, look, we're about to hit August, but we're like just past the halfway point of the year. We still have five-ish months to go before the year is over. That is plenty of time for them to revisit Metroid Prime 4 in 2024 and say, here's a better look at the game. Here's more information. I really feel the next time they talk about it, in whatever format they choose to talk about it, they will give us a release date. Again, they waited so long, 7 years of silence before they finally showed it to us. That's why I want to believe in 2025 as the official release year, and why I have to think they're close enough to nailing down that date. So I think they just got to get over that Switch 2 hump. And hopefully we get that next trailer before the end of the year. If we have to wait till 2025... boy, is that going to be hard, right? After so many years of waiting to just see the game. I mean, I'm glad we have something, obviously. It's changed my whole outlook on doing YouTube and my excitement around gaming as a hobby in general. So, anyway, I probably don't have anything else to say about this without beating a dead horse at this point. So, it's very exciting. We're playing the waiting game. I don't mind playing that waiting game a little bit longer, mostly because I think we will see Metroid Prime 4 in some capacity before the end of 2024.